It take ears to see, eyes to hear. You got to look to be here and now. You know what I'm saying? It take ears to see this water current cycle that you in that makes synchronicities and esoteric musics for you to put things together to understand the world, how we made it together from macro, micro, micro, macro. Life is a song. Life is a song. Everybody got a vow. Everybody got a chakra system. Everybody got a song. Everybody got a verse. So all of our multiple verses together makes the universe. All of our verses united. One big ass song. One big DJ Christ. I'm the DJ though. Oh, Santa ain't no more further than that. I'm the DJ though. Don't bump the DJ table. I'm saying. Now look, check this out. We also got moons. We got Moon and South Node in Libra, reacting and responding to memories we have about previous relationships and networking and how we related to these things. And we have to force to transform those concepts because now they're becoming to be outdated. So anytime the South Node energies are being flared up, this is memories from past lives and this lives. Past lives, you have to look at the ability you have. Do you have the ability to still be flunked out and create energies that look how it look in today's time? But when you get into it, it holds you back. It make you feel like you're repeating something over and not persevering. That's the same ability. And then the physical form. Manifestations of you being a person that's stuck in a routine and pattern and not expanding what you need to be expanding about yourself. So these develop as memories to teach us about our situation now and even the previous abilities we have that we have to transmute and look at it how it play out now in different forms. And then therefore we have to look at these things and be like, okay, this is outdated because it's the South Node energy. So the South Node is filtered through Libra right now. So that's going to be the area of life that we have to look at that's going to start becoming outdated because it's the South Node energy. Anytime South Node is there, it's the outdated concept we all have to see in ourselves. Some of us maybe refuse to see it being a square or opposite energy, and that's when the sign that the South and North Node is in, those cardinal, mutable, or fixed signs be pressured the most. And the two signs that's opposite, that's actually the influences is playing out, have to be the walking vessels, right or wrong, by being themselves on what does it mean to separate from something that's outdated and to go try to find comfortability in uncomfortable situations so you can expand and get into that North Node energy. So for the most part right now, we got the South Node in Libra. So we're going to have a lot of memories that's old and outdated, and we got to force to transform that comes through the filtering system of how we relate and our relationships and how we conducted it and was there balance or not. And if you planted a bunch of bad seeds, that means you're in the outcome. Look around you right now and look at the percentage scales. Is your relationships balanced the way it's supposed to be? Is your way of relating to others to even create that type of reciprocation? Is that the way it's supposed to be? Thank you so much for Cash App. And if you got more on a percentage scale of people, places, and things that represent the negative end, and just a small portion of the positive end, then you need to look at the South Node in Libra, and there's something you need to transmute. And the things you need to transmute is how you relate, and you probably need to transmute and transform your relationships itself. These relationships and these interactions is outdated. You can't keep interacting with these people that's not going to manifest in an area of life that you want to be in. So you might got to transform your friend circle or your relationships. And right. And if it's people you care about, don't build the animosity energy. Just start separating your space into another space to fulfill other things and then act on it so it could be in reality. So this person don't think you're just ducking and hiding or running away. So, and you're still in that same energy. So you have to have the physical representation of it so they can make up in their own mind that, okay, it is that way. And then when y'all do come together, it'll be smaller on a percentage scale of you adding more energies of blocking your own path. And it won't have no resentment energy there because it'll be proof in the pudding and the spiritual mental energy there of y'all just in different spaces, but respectively. So the way y'all think about each other, it'll be just that. Y'all, and then y'all will leave each other back to y'all fulfillment of spaces without leaving with no resentment, because y'all too distracted in what y'all doing to even develop that. Y'all didn't develop too much other people, places, and things in that relative space where y'all at, that you got to care for and uphold and develop other thoughts around before you can think about why I ain't around this person no more. So that's how you practice the spiritual to create the mental vibe and the physical as the actual experience y'all created as an event for it to play out in God's way, where we all doing the same thing, but it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. So y'all didn't have a toxic separation. Y'all had a peaceful separation, but it still looked like a bridge burning scenario. Just the outcome and how things being played out and how both parties reacting is in a different vibe. So in that way, God's way, you'll always be able to say, oh yeah, I used to mess with that person, they cool. Instead of, oh yeah, I used to mess with that person, they negative, I hate them and stuff like that, and tomorrow I got a new story about it. And tomorrow I got to meet somebody else to give them another way of telling that same story. And tomorrow I got to make sure I find a job with around a lot of people there that like to hear these type of stories, or I ain't going to like this job. And then you're going to get all narky, and then hopefully you ain't in no demise somewhere by yourself with no grandkids to wipe your ass when it's time for you to go in a nursing home. Because you a reprobate spirit, not understanding wisdom and morality before your intellect and what you think you see outside of it. Welcome to the Soul Group, Subconscious Community. I love y'all. Now, North Node is in Aries. So for the most part, I should have made a whole live stream about this. I'm going to still break it down, though. I think I am, though, while I'm in the middle of the road. Middle being on the road when I go live. That'll be a live stream to go live. What we all need to do in that house that the North Node and Aries in. But look, peep get, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, too. But I'm just going to break it down real quick right now. Now, North Node in Aries. Finding your spiritual path through your individual passions, motivations, and desires. And whatever house you got it in is that area of life. You need to conduct that. So the only way you're going to be isolated to be yourself in that little space, that you can develop a new character and then know what to look for when you want to go match that energy with other individuals, because this is what we need to do. That's you transmuting the Libra energy, killing two birds with one stone, separating yourself from old relationships or readjusting how you relate. South Node, automatically by default, that puts you into a North Node position, isolation, to learn your individual passions and motivations, aka Aries. And then once you get that right, now you're going to want to participate with the world again, because this is what we all do. Contraction, expansion, internal, external. You know what I'm saying? Masculine, feminine. Going into yourself, interacting with teamwork makes the dream work. Going in yourself, that's how we reach our equilibrium when we're lost in polarization, to be the wise ones to control this polarization world that we are in, to experience each other, right? So for the most part, with the North Node being in Aries, by default, taking care of the South Node stuff put you in that position. Now, when you're ready to get out in the world, you're automatically doing the Libra South Node stuff, but it just looked like the Aries stuff, so it looks transmuted. And therefore, you're able to be in a position right now where whatever area of life, you're able to get the support, but the right support, the one that match your energy, not the support that, even if it's positive, they support you just not in ways that you need it. And the way that they support you just manifesting as comfort zones. And then at some point, you're going to have to learn how to do the peaceful, godly burning bread situation, whether that's a family member, friend, your mama, your auntie, associate, co-worker, right? That's when you practice the godly burning bridges. So you'll always be able to go back to your mama, your friends and stuff like that without nothing wrong. They even make up in their own mind when you ain't around. Oh, my son, oh, my daughter, they doing this right now and stuff like that. This was on their mind. It's a respectable energy. And your amount of seconds, minutes, and hours of witchcraft that you add your energy to them could be lessened without you on your own feeling guilty. And every time you come back, you could do something for yourself and them. And the time that you do share, it's even better. It actually feel like that 5 minutes that used to be 30 minutes is a whole hour compared to that 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Based upon having so much to talk about when this is what we supposed to do amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? That's how you live life. People appreciate that. Even ones you think that's probably taking care of you, if you just got out of high school or something like that. Man, you need to get on their level and y'all all just be together in that way. And that's how you start family structures and stuff. And then for the most part, but this is North Node energy, and this is what we're for. So I'm going to go deep on that when I get on the road. But look, for the most part, and South Node and Libra, changing the way we have been conducting our relationships and way of communicating fairness and balance, because our current one is now becoming outdated. So you have to know that. So you might be so lost and distracted in your shadow government relationships via partnerships, people you fucking, or friends, associates, and co-workers, and it ain't quite wore off yet, but you're going to start paying attention, because you're going to come across videos like mine, other powerful spirit content creators, experiences in your own life, beyond the people, places, and things you be around that distract you, that start to give you awarenesses of a space that separates you from those things, from those people, places, and things. And you're going to start to say like, oh, how can I fully get into this area? And you're going to start to see, the more you go down that line of reason and train of thought, the more that the current situation you in, pieces of it got to be left behind. And that could be people, places, and things. And some of these things might be things you might not be ready to leave yet because it got comfort zones. And you might not know how to sustain yourself or feel comfortable or manifest and materialize without some of these things. So you have to be in that weird limbo energy of understanding what God trying to give you, so you can have faith, belief in that area where you think you may not have something, without taking from this previous area that have comfort zones, but it still block you from expanding yourself. See what I'm saying? So just being in that kind of mentality, you go to the Esoteric Home Depot and buy a part XM radio for your spaceship, and only songs that they play on there is in a vibration of fear. So those songs and stuff like that, the fear residuals, you got a radio station that always play that. So you like to go down those streets in Babylon and listen to that music all the time, and you start to get comfortability in that area, but you never traveling. You never go into a different city and state. You, aka the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, it don't play out as you expressing that fart cloud down here as you having a broad mind. You like a small world. You stay in one little small city, a small world. So that's the only thing you express into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. And that's the only streets you like flying and driving on in the esoteric world in Babylon. How we look in that world. You only like being in one street. You like the stores. You like your job you got. You don't never want to go expand and think you could go get another job. You don't never want to come into 1, 2, and 3rd dimension and have more deeper and more far out conversations and stuff. And different, to obtain different abilities that we can manifest down here and produce it and put that energy in an inanimate object. In an inanimate object. And then once that inanimate object start to produce, all the energy that get produced from it goes back to you, because you're the face of that energy. Even if in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, the brick or the money or the structure or the melted metal isn't actually in the shape of your face, but that energy will be presented to you via the people, places, and things in the periodic table that's here anyway. So whatever you want to manifest to feel secure, you can make the money come to you. You can make the attention come to you. You can make the allegory come to you. You can make the intellect come to you and use it like a bitch, because you got the power. The power don't got you. You got the mind don't got you. So as a spirit, you make up your mind, and then that's an energy, a vibe, a collection of thoughts and feelings. Then where the energy go is where your attention go. Make sure you're paying attention to animate objects that can suit the best of your character, of that energy, of that vibe, thoughts and feelings. Then, if you're witty enough, you are trying to find as much inanimate objects in the world that can match or mimic your character. So, if you know the shadow government control the whole world, you even use their inanimate objects. You know what I'm saying? And then the stuff that they're trying to accumulate to come back to them, you would change the piping system in the esoteric world. And when they thought it was coming to them, the object energy accumulation pass them up and go through the piping system that you change, and the energy go to the tube where you directing to your magic square, so you can square out the circle and juice up all the energy. And then you get everything that energy produced, even if you didn't own or create the intellectual property of that energy. If you know how to transmute and transform energy, and if you're fighting a good fight, you're doing the demonic ones that's running the world. But if you know how to transmute and transform energies, you can make an energy that the shadow government already made powerful and stuff like that, and make it look like you in the esoteric world, because it's a lighter density world. So as a spirit, when you go to your lighter forms and have those experiences, you know how we make these heavy forms and embody and having a human experiences and how it's conducted from the starting point. So when you go there, you take the element of the substance and change the shape and form and make it look like your face, and then or your vibe. And then when it bend in into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, when you leave that space and come down here, all the shapes and forms and inanimate objects that manifested from percentages levels of all those alchemies and energies, right? You get to produce the product and the accumulation off that. And if you did it from the shadow government, right, it's like you're creating your own magic square, right? Then as a spirit, you create a spaceship, fly where they're creating these intellectual properties at, right? Then you're there as a space. Now you're able to see that substance that they're creating in that space, because you have to be in that space, right? And then you could look at the piping system and see how they put out all the piping system for all y'all to get it, to add energy to it, but all the energy go back to where they at. But since you there, you go in the basement, and that esoteric Babylon, and you change the piping system. A piping system is like a train of thought and a line of reasoning. So what you would do is you have to be unbiased and be a jester and understand where each pipe is going. Once you at the source, all you got to do is change the piping system and change the pipe to go to wherever you was at as a magic square, creating a pipe to connect to it. Like you're still in cable, right? You're still in channeling. So when people turn on their television channels, you done made your energy and put it in so many animate objects. The shadow government made things like Mickey Mouse more popular. But I guarantee if you transmuted the pipes and make that energy come back to you, right? The shapes and forms into the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. When a person look at Mickey Mouse, let's say you put a whole bunch of energy in that inanimate object. A person will be able to turn on Disney Channel and be able to be like, damn, why Flight Boss ain't on Disney? While Flight Boss in a character talking to Mickey Mouse right now, I could picture Flight Boss being a character on you know what I'm saying? So you see how so you see how now I could produce a product, and even if I die, I guarantee it'll be another human who make a comic book, and it'll be Flight Boss against Superman or something. Like, I guarantee, I'm gonna live forever, goddammit. I live forever. I'm gonna live forever. I'm telling you, the clouds be talking about me. It go beyond. But thank you so much for the donation, Madam Masita. I don't know why I always say Madam Sister, Madam Masita. Real stuff. It made me feel like power to the people. Can I get a witness? I forgot that movie though. Yeah, you got that spirit to make people come together. So it's like Madam Masita. But shout out to our soul group in this motherfucker. Real shit. Madam Masita and this thing. Real. Let me get that right. Can't disrespect no powerful spirits' names. We got to get that right, because that's how I feel. But not nobody. I'm Uriel. So goddamn it, anybody in my soul group, you gonna get that. Y'all got that energy too. So anybody y'all around, once y'all click off the live stream and stuff like that, you ain't even gonna have to try. They're gonna respect you as that. Real stuff. You go make sure they don't get no mistakes, because the spirit that's inside that body is giving off the vibes and stuff that you bet not make no mistake. You know what I'm saying, real? And it ain't got to be said when we connect it spiritually. Real stuff. It ain't got to be no words. That ain't angelic God's language when we start talking about words. We talking about something else. The word was created with the vibe. Once a person pick up a vibe, they might be like, oh shit, fuck. Because they don't know what they saying. They ain't gonna know what to say, because it's beyond words. It's beyond words. I'm saying when it comes to powerful spirits. Shout out to the soul group subconscious community and Madam Masita. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we get in all these goddamn spiritual synchronicities and circumstances, and the better that we are aware, the more we can let them know how far they can treat us. They can't throw us far as a goddamn piece of skippity rock over the river. They can't treat us. They can't throw us that far. So we here, we heavy, we right in their face, and they got to deal with us. Thank you so much for the donation. Madam Masita, real stuff. Yeah, that's what we doing right now, and this is what they mad at. You know what I'm saying? That's how we got so much trolls. That's how we got so much watchings. We got, so many individuals watching from the nosebleeds and stuff. So it's like secret agents and everybody watching. They like, dang, what is this? This is stuff. They witnessing powerful spirits coming together. That's what they witnessing. They never seen nothing like it before on an intellectual level. They always been waiting for people to come, but just automatically be using their stuff already to do it. They think everybody's supposed to have a lodge or a church or something. The hell with that. It's powerful spirits down here right now. Y'all got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to deal with it. We're waking up. We're using our mind. We're connecting. I don't care how much y'all don't like that and want to make us be distracted and make us argue with each other. But it's not working no more. It's not working no more. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's how we take our power back as powerful spirits. Being aware, coming together and being aware. So now they have to be aware. They got to come a little better next time. Better luck next time, young slap nuts. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little bit more intelligent. Got to be a little bit more smarter. Your news channels that used to rock our grandmothers to sleep got to be a little bit better than a black and gray or a colorful TV screen and Blu-ray and a virtual reality glasses. It got to be a little better than that next time. Spirits is too woke right now. We too aware right now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Tab your love. That's Soul Group 2. Your name is familiar. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got to come a little better right now. Soccer mom is not even convinced. So they know they got to come a little better now. You got to come a little better. You know what I'm saying? And don't get mad and don't try to use force. Just open up and make sure everybody in my soul group got $1 million when it's all said and done. And that's it. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gotta waste our time trying to fight for our faces to be on there. We don't care. We use y'all smack monkeys. Y'all ain't about to be nothing but these inanimate objects in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension anyway. So we'll use y'all. Y'all just gotta make sure it's all in the hands of my soul group. That's all I care about. That's all me and God care about. And that's all my soul group care about. So if you want your Walt Disney movies to stay popular and stuff and remain getting attention and stuff, you got to work with us. You got to allow us at the seat of the table at the UN Global Constellation table that we just put coffee on and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. But yeah, that's the alignments. And then I got to let me go ahead and upload all these readings so y'all can learn y'all sun and moon. And then once I get situated off the road too, I got another mission there.